Did you accidentally kick anyone this week and knock them out? You know, you were trying to you're trying to hit them in the shoulder, you know, kind of high just to let them know, but you accidentally got them and they got laid out.
You know, too bad I haven't. But it's a funny thing about like tapping guys on the shoulder. The men that I work with, like, which they're lovely, like we're like brothers. I treat them like brothers, and every time I'd say, "Hey," my hand, they kind of have like they flinch. They have that trauma already. I don't know how that trauma was developed though. I think because also when I'm comfortable with the person, I like hit them, and they always tell me that my hits are pretty strong for a girl, which I didn't know because my dad has been training me ever since.
Is there anything better than a trip getting ready?
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiend, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text some friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talking with Donato.
Welcome in, everyone. Season 2, episode 27. Gia with our guest, Gia Gonzales. Gia, kamusta?
Hey, I love the Filipino word
there. What are we doing?
Donato. Yo, I'm sorry I forgot to mention my name is called Gia.
Gia. Oh, yeah. I won't mess that up again. Don't worry. I won't mess that up again. I like that. I like Gia. I know plenty of Gias.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Now they're gonna see this and be like, "Wait, was I one of them Gias you were talking about?" You probably are.
How many Gias are there?
but thanks for listening. All right, Gia.
Hey.
We got so much to get to. I just want to. I don't normally lead in. I like people to get to know each other, just to start from scratch. I just gotta know, girl, where are you living at? Where are you from?
All right, so yes, hi, I'm Gia Gonzales. I was born and raised in Hong Kong, but I'm pure Filipina as far as I know. And so I'm trilingual. I speak English. Cantonese is my second language, not Mandarin, and then Tagalog, which I had to learn 4 years ago when I flew here to the Philippines when I decided to stay here for good. So that's pretty much where I'm from. I grew up in Hong Kong, obviously, in an island, which is weird because Hong Kong's a city where there's also islands, but it's not like the islands here in the Philippines where you can see clear beaches and all that. They're all man-made in Hong Kong. So yeah. That's pretty much my childhood.
I'm so thirsty. Yam cha.
Hey, what?
Oh my God.
Okay, you're good. Did you study? Looks like you got it on your A.
Gia. I ain't messing around over here. I'm international, Gia. I'm international.
I could tell. You're doing great.
All right, so I wrote a couple things down here. I just tell us. Some of us don't know nothing about Hong Kong. Tell us. I know it's a vibrant metropolis. Tell us something about it. Culture, history, some modern day marvels. Like if you wanted to get your travel agent on, what would be some of the things you would say, this is
Oh,
why you need to go check it out?
wow. Okay. Hong Kong has amazing food. Like, I don't mind flying back to Hong Kong. It's just 2 hours away. I'm in the Philippines. I don't mind traveling back to Hong Kong just for their soup noodles. I'm a soup noodle girl. Like, I'm Asian in the end of the day. I want something hot and warm and comfy. Their food is amazing, especially if you love Asian cuisine.
Yeah.
Also, the good thing about Hong Kong is their quality of food is uncomparable. Like you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, you taste something that's pretty authentic. You go
Yeah.
to Thai restaurants, like basically food's no question. Hong Kong is a fast-paced city, so just a disclaimer: do not step in the middle of like the pathway because they're gonna start showing you that they're annoyed. Hong Kong people are like straightforward. They're like, if you're blocking my way to work, get out of the way. I don't care if you're a tourist or not.
Wow.
So it's a good city, but yeah, you gotta be aware of little things like that.
There's a couple things I want to ask you about, and if you haven't been
Okay.
there, that's cool. But
Okay.
let's just know. We asked you. You did pretty good there, but we about to check you. We about to check you.
Go ahead.
Look, listeners. I told her this was gonna be nice. Y'all know I always got a little twist I like to throw in there. So let's see if Gia got outside when she was in Hong Kong. The city of skyscrapers. That's what it's known as, Hong Kong.
Okay.
Hong Kong, for our listeners, boasts the highest density of skyscrapers in the world, even surpassing New York City for those of us who live here in America.
I'm getting
Its
nervous
skyline,
now. Okay.
yeah, the skyline's a stunning spectacle of towering structures. Yo, you
Okay.
you think you can get your little Spider-Man on from skyscraper to skyscraper? What's it like? What's it like? Is it that dense?
Oh, you're 100% right. Hong Kong is literally like a mini version of New York. In fact, it's like known to be like the New York of Asia. And it's
Oh,
very narrow. It's narrow. It's well crowded, especially in some areas, especially when you're in the central business district in Hong Kong. It's insane. But I love the craziness of it. You know, um, basically Hong Kong originally is like a big rock. It's not a
oh,
land, it's not sand, it's not beach, not like the Philippines where all scattered islands here. But in
yeah,
Hong Kong, basically everything, all the land was extended by men. So that's why the rent and it's a very like expensive city is because
yeah.
of the space is limited. And so yeah, the buildings are high. Like I've been to other countries, they say this is our highest building. I'm like, no, that's not. No, trust me, Hong Kong. So all the buildings are really high, very well structured, very modern. But at the same time, it's like a Legoland. You have everything in a small island. It's very narrow. But again, if you love the hustle bustle, the craziness, plus the good food, Hong Kong is your go-to. So Spider-Man definitely can survive, and in fact, like transport to another place within less than an hour.
Yeah, this
So
I'm loving your energy. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun, but I gotta get my hater on. And
yeah.
some of us, there's always a troll out there, right? And I want the trolls to listen to me
Okay.
too. So I gotta come from the troll angle. First of all, am I okay to say that you're pretty? That's not gonna offend you?
No, why would that offend me? If you said I was
Well,
ugly,
some
I also
people, you don't want to. I asked, and I'm glad that you don't find it. I mean,
thank
it's a
you.
compliment, but
It
some people don't
is.
want that. All right, so
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna come back to see if you got outside, but right now we got to get into it, people. We got to get into it. All right, so you're a Filipino
Go,
singer.
go.
You're
That's
a
right.
performer, a host, an actor,
Mm-hmm.
a martial
Yeah.
arts enthusiast, a content creator. You speak 3 languages. You be hopping from
Facts.
country to country, and you pretty.
Facts.
Wait, hold on, hold on.
I love the last statement.
I
I just love
thought
that.
I thought you do Muay Thai. What
Yeah, I
are
do.
you rich? Like, are you telling people, hey man, here's $1,000, don't hit me in the face? Come on, girl. When's the last time you got hit in the face?
Yo, almost every time I spar, like I spar with
What?
men, okay? Just so you know, my whole life I've been sparring with men. My dad, like I've been doing it ever since I was 2, so I cannot count the times I've been punched on the face. If you watch my reels, I'm very open about showing how I go very wild and aggressive in sparring with men.
Yes, I've
But
seen
I
them.
love it. Like I for sure. I just have so much like energy and like aggressiveness in a good way, don't get me wrong. So
Yeah.
like to answer your question, I do get hit in the face, and this is why I don't do surgery, because if I do, I cannot get punched on the face, which makes life really boring.
All right, all right. Okay, we gonna get off the
Yeah.
beauty. Everybody's looking at this. You know what? Gia? I want a lot of people to
What's
see
up?
this, but I hope
Yeah.
everybody just does the Spotify, just do the audio. I hope they don't even look at you, Gia. I hope they stream it.
Why?
But you know what? If y'all are just listening, I said she's pretty, but you good. Just keep
Thank
listening. Don't
you.
look at the video.
Aw,
Gia, wait a
what's
minute.
up?
You
Yeah.
speak 3 languages: English.
You're right.
You told us
Mhm.
Cantonese, Tagalog.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
how? This English is so amazing. Like, uh, you're making me mad because you're supposed to have like an accent because it's so good. Like, if you told me you were
you.
from Cleveland, Ohio, hopefully you heard of that here in America, I'd be like,
Stop.
yeah, girl, you from over there. Why is this
What?
English so good?
Oh my. Wow. Good question though. You know, that's a funny thing about Hong Kong, because Hong Kong's a very diverse city.
Yeah.
And so how do I put this in words? I grew up watching American shows, you know, Nickelodeon, Victorious. I think that's what really also got me into the pop star music mindset.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana was my thing too. Yeah.
Understood.
So right. So
Yeah.
in school, I in elementary I studied in a local school. So when you say local, it's most of the students are local Chinese people. So even English lessons were conducted in Cantonese. Can you imagine how crazy that is? It's really weird.
Wow.
Yeah, but so we were pressured to learn Cantonese, though
Yeah.
English was our first language. And so after school, everything Cantonese, I come home to relax. I'd watch Nickelodeon shows. So I guess that really added on to the accent and language. And also, in the end of the day, Filipinos were colonized by Americans before, so I think that had a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colonizers. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Do better. Do better. All right. Okay. So we're going to come back to some of those accomplishments. I know what the people
Mhm.
want. We're gonna come back to see if you got outside.
Okay.
You guys have the world's longest covered escalator. The central mid-levels escalator spans over 800 meters, people. It's the world's longest covered escalator system. It's a popular mode of
Uh-huh.
transportation for locals and tourists alike. You been there?
You know, thank God I just went there last time to
Oh,
the gym.
man, I thought I had her. I thought I had her.
Thank God. You know what? I'm kind of intimidated now by the amount of research you've done. So I don't care. Hit me. Anyway, what's your question about the 800-meter thing? Or
Yeah. No, I was wondering if you've been there, but it sounds like you got there.
I did. Wow. I'm impressed. Sorry. Let me just give me seconds to. But yes, I
Okay.
have been there. Mhm.
So here in America, if you're on an escalator, depending on the city, like if you're in New York
Okay.
airport, if you're on an escalator, like you said, yo, you got to keep it moving. So you said in Hong Kong, they like to keep it moving. So you just can't sit there and relax. This thing is 800 meters long. I'm
Yeah.
tired. I got on some tight shoes, some Air Force Ones. They a little too tight, but they were so cheap. I had to get them, I had to get them, but they too tight. I don't want to walk. So I got to move out the way.
Okay, so the worst case scenario, you want to relax on an escalator in Hong Kong, stay on the right side, get out of the way. You know, even me myself, I adapted that like fast pace, like let's work, move out of like get out.
Yeah.
And in the Filipino, we have this manana culture where like, yeah, we walk chill, like we don't
Right.
care.
Okay.
In Hong Kong, we're like, we don't say it, but when you're standing on the left, like especially for tourists, like I could tell if you're a tourist because you're standing very in a relaxed manner and then like just looking around on the left. So if I'm in a hurry too, I would stand literally the step behind you, and I'll
Oh.
wait. I'll let you feel that I'm breathing behind you, so you know there's a human being. And
Oh.
so if you want to relax, just please move your butt to the right.
Okay, yeah,
Don't
I get,
stand
I get it, girl. I feel it on my
right.
neck. I got it. I got it. I'm gonna
Don't
move.
worry, I'm 4'11", so if I breathe, I don't think it'll reach your neck. You know,
Oh,
it's
this
bad.
down by my kidney. Man, it's all warm down here by my kidney. What? It's warm. Oh, see me.
Yo, that's
Okay. All right. You can take the Gia out of Hong Kong, but you can't take the Hong Kong out of Gia. So, are you
Ooh.
doing? Well, yeah, platinum tongue. It
Wow.
flows a little bit, but Gia, did
Yeah.
did you bring a lot of that back to the Philippines, and do you see yourself still kind of living that lifestyle? And you kind of everybody's like, "Yo, chill."
Yo, that the way you said "yo, chill" is literally how my coaches comment after we spar. I like I mentioned, I naturally have an aggressiveness. I'm very passionate and zealous about everything I do. So even in the showbiz aspect of my life in the Philippines, my
Yeah.
work ethics I always make sure is top tier. I think that's one thing that I've adopted, like punctuality, even research. Like I'm not comfortable like what am I doing here, give me the information, because in Hong Kong
Yes.
everything is spoon fed in a way. I mean, it's good because the system is very organized, but here you have to learn how to improvise. Even last minute you're gonna talk to a big person, I don't care,
Yeah.
I'll give you the script later on. But it did develop a sense of adaptability in me, which I needed to learn, because I've been pampered in a tough way in Hong Kong. You know, the toughness is different there in Hong Kong. But anyway, so I did bring that work ethic and also the seriousness, which I'm learning how to kind of just let go, play along with things, and make things not too uptight, because I kind
Yeah.
of have that in me.
Okay, so I'm trying to be fair to everybody. I'm hopping in, I'm hopping
Yeah.
out. I'm a fan, by the way, but like I
Thank
said, I gotta help
you.
out the trolls. Gia,
So
come on, man.
yeah.
You're a little too perfect. We need some of the bad stuff. Let me guess. You woke up this
Okay.
morning and you like knocked over a cup of water next to you. Are you clumsy? Like, do you walk with a limp? We want the good stuff.
Ah.
Tell us some bad stuff about you.
Bad stuff about me. Okay, I'll be very blunt. I'll be very open here. I think I come off as pretty cold or like stoic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like that, especially for I feel like men find like guys I work with, they're kind of like, you're not the typical emotional, or maybe because it's work. I don't know, but I could come
Right.
off as cold at times because I approach things in a rational way. And like
Yeah.
if I would feel something or feel for something or someone,
Yeah.
I wanna like I choose things that I feel for, which is, I don't know if that's healthy. Maybe I also adapted that from Hong Kong. In Hong
Uh-huh.
Kong, they really promote stoicism. I don't know, because they don't like, is that worth feeling? You know, I have that in mind all the time. I don't even know if
Yes.
that's like, yeah, I think that's one thing that what else? Yeah,
Did you
so
accidentally kick anyone this week and knock them out? You were trying to go for, you're trying to hit them in the shoulder, kind of high just to let them know, but you accidentally got them and they got
you
laid
know,
out.
you know, too bad I haven't. But there's a funny thing about like tapping guys on the shoulder. The men that I work with, like, which they're lovely, like we're like brothers. I treat them like brothers, and every time I'd say, hey, my hand, they kind of have like, they flinch, they have that trauma already. I don't know how that trauma was developed though. I think because also when I'm comfortable with the person, I like hit them, and they always tell me that my hits are pretty strong for a girl, which I didn't know because my dad has been training me ever since I was 2, so I'm used to
Yeah.
hitting men like hard. So when I'm like, hey, what's up, or oh, you're so funny, they're like, ow, that hurt, and I'm like, whoa, I'm so sorry. And then later on when I'm like, hey, they're like, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not gonna hurt
there it is. She
you.
gave it to us.
Chill.
She gave it to us, people. Gia is abusive. That's it. We running with that. I normally let my AI give me some hints about what the clip. Please, AI, clip that. We gonna start this around the world. And if everyone, next time you meet Gia, flinch. Because I remember when you
Put
was
your
talking
hands
with
up.
Donato, and we
Mm-hmm.
know that you get out of hand. All right, we're gonna go since we talked about it. So I will talk
Mm-hmm.
a little Muay Thai. For those who don't
Yeah.
know, Muay Thai is referred to as the art of 8 limbs. It's a dynamic and
Mm-hmm.
powerful martial art. It's got a
It
rich
is.
history and some fascinating facts. Help me out with this. I need
Okay.
your opinion here, Gia.
Yeah.
The 8 limbs. As the name suggests, Muay Thai utilizes all 8 limbs: fists,
Yeah.
elbows, knees, and shins. It's a
Yes.
comprehensive approach, makes it a highly effective fighting system. Gia, you said you 4'11". You gonna
Yeah.
you gonna have some problems with a 6 foot person. You gonna take them shins and you gonna chop down that tree? Because that's what we all think
Yeah.
y'all do is right away.
Yeah. I am a 4'11" woman, so it is harder for me because when a taller person reaches out for a punch, they could practically just hold my head and I can't reach them. It looks funny because some men have done that to me, which I find annoying. But my strategy when I spar or when I fight with men taller, or usually they're always taller than me, is to, yeah, like what you said, chop down the tree closer to the root.
Oh,
So I hit the shin,
oh.
the knees, or the thighs if I can. Yeah, and that makes, I think that's also the reason why I'm a pressure fighter. I don't know if you know what pressure fighter means, but it's someone who really goes aggressively forward. So like you imagine the reach is long.
Yeah.
So I come closer, they're vulnerable inside. So I go in. Sometimes it's funny because when I do that with my dad, I end up elbowing his chest, which I don't think has an effect on the guy. but yeah. So I do fight in a Muay mat approach, which is, yeah, like that aggressive striker all the time. Pressure fighting. I go close and make
Yeah.
you get to your vulnerable areas. Well, not too vulnerable, like especially for the men, not those
It
areas.
sounds like it.
Sorry. And then I chop off like the tree closer to the root. So that's
I'm
my strategy when I fight.
I'm so curious here. You
Yeah.
speak English, Tagalog,
Mm-hmm.
Cantonese, lived in Hong
Yeah.
Kong, but you did a Thai art? How about, man, how long far did you have to find a Thai studio? I'm assuming here. I mean, anyone could run it. No
Yeah.
disrespect. I
Yeah.
used to do kung fu, and
What?
one of my best instructors ever was over in Korea, South Korea, and this gentleman was amazing.
Hey.
So I'm not going to say you got to go to Thailand to get the best because people leave.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
did you get to that?
First, before I answer this question, I think I have to apologize because I feel like I got you confused the whole time. Like, what is the girl doing? Where's she from? But anyway, so as I mentioned, when I flew back here to the Philippines, I had to, grind for my career. So whatever it was in the media, singing. Well, I was known to be a singer, but I also
Okay.
had this, kick butt side in me. So I decided, my dad and I came up with the idea of making a series of vlogs where
Yeah.
you learn different martial arts, since I'm in the martial arts as well. And
Oh,
I called it Gia Challenges the Challenge. So I feel like that the name itself kind of revealed how I get easily provoked to do better. And
yes.
so the first martial art that I so happen oh sorry, the vlog series goes like this. I'll learn the martial arts for 3 days, and
Yeah.
then the challenge is I would go against the coach or the student of that particular art. So it so happened the first martial art that I learned or that I was challenged with is Muay Thai. And when I saw the coach kick that punching bag, girl, I'm like, okay, that's hot. Like I gotta learn how to kick like that. They call it like the baseball bat swing kick. And I said, okay, that's different from what I do. The kicks I used to do in kickboxing is pretty snappy, like a snappy, just like pop. This one is
Yeah.
like, I'm really gonna full swing my
Oh,
body till your back breaks vibes. So I loved that. I love that because it's also not as fast paced as kickboxing is very like ta-ta-ta, move out the way, ta-ta-ta. But Muay Thai is like, I'll wait, you hit me, I'll hit you harder. Like I just love that energy in Muay Thai. So that's how I got Muay Thai. I found a studio, thank God, Biagtan Martial Arts Gym, who wholeheartedly welcomed me, trained me with whatever resources they had. So thank God for that sponsor.
Okay, let me get this straight. So, of all the things in the world, you decided a martial art that's known for toughness, resilience,
Yeah.
unwavering spirit, and that's what you decided. Like you couldn't do some Tai Chi, something nice and smooth and flowing with a bunch of grandmas and grandpas around you. You had to go do that. Where they
Yeah.
literally say, "Oh, we're not snap kicking." You said
Yeah.
baseball kicking, and the way you
Base,
describe, they trying to bring their whole body into that kick. Like they don't even
Yeah,
like
you're
their
right.
leg.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly. And
uh,
it's funny how you could break legs with your own leg
no,
not
I'm good.
breaking.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well,
You're
I will stop trolling you because the longer you kept talking, the more afraid I became, and I think I'm gonna stop trolling. Sorry, trollers, y'all got
okay.
about two or three of them in there, but I ain't. Nah, y'all. Hey, you. Well, hold on. You ever been to
Mhm.
America? You ever came over here?
Not yet. I know people
Okay,
are
don't
shocked
come.
whenever they know that.
No, don't come. We
Should
good.
I be
Now we
illegal there?
now we good. We good. Just
Okay.
we'll tell you about it. We'll send you letters. We'll send you
Thank
pictures
you.
because
The good gesture.
I don't want to end up in the same spot. He's like, all right, troll me now, Donato. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Don't
It was
worry. Don't
just
worry.
I'm brave behind the camera.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
don't worry. When I get there though, like I won't show up to you. Maybe like I'll surprise you in front of your door, knock.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I ain't answering that door. Hey, we call it here in America. We call it a peephole. If it's
Yeah.
bill collectors or that crazy X, I got a lot of those. But if it's that
Oh.
crazy X that you're trying to avoid, I ain't opening that door. She right out there.
You know what? I'm flattered though. Like a lot of people think a lot of men are scared of me. Well, I guess like they don't see. I don't know. I just give off like the scary vibe, but I'm not that scary after all. Just don't touch me or hit me
No,
if
you
you
ain't
don't
worry
want to
about
get
it.
hit back.
No, you ain't gotta worry about it. I won't even. I'm not even going to high five you. I'm gonna air high five you.
I love that.
Hey,
Social
hey.
distancing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the whole distance as much as you want. You ain't got to worry about that. We gonna go back to Hong Kong though, because I
Okay.
gotta know about this.
Yo.
Hong Kong claims that it's the home of dim sum. Now, for those who don't know, it's a beloved Cantonese cuisine because she says
Uh-huh.
Cantonese, so we're gonna go to Cantonese cuisine, and
Mm-hmm.
it originated in Hong Kong. And for those who don't know, dim sum means touch the heart, and it refers to the
Wow.
small, bite-sized dishes that are typically
Facts.
served in steamer baskets or plates. Girl, what's your best?
Yes.
What's your go-to dim sum spot back in Hong Kong? You
Oh
still
my
remember?
goodness. Oh, we're talking about food. Hold up. Oh,
Hey,
so
you didn't eat yet?
I'm drinking coffee right now, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
she
get to
hurting.
food later. Yeah.
We're gonna hear her
So,
stomach growling on the
don't worry.
episode.
I got you. It'll be a pleasing sound. But anyway,
Okay.
my favorite spot is in the island that I grew up in. I forgot what the name is, but it's literally right like opposite a bank. So
Oh,
random, but that's
yeah,
my favorite spot. But now, cause my family, my sisters, they live in more like in the city area now. So
yeah.
the dim sum place in the mall underneath our house. That's so complicated. Because you know how Hong Kong's like a stack of building, right? So we have the
Yes.
residential area, the mall, and everything there. So that now is my favorite spot. However, though, it's a lot more expensive
Okay.
than the one that I eat. But that's my favorite spot. And if you guys ever do go to Hong Kong, you have to try the yum cha. Actually, when you say yum cha, it doesn't just mean like drinking tea. That also is a term for like the tea time, dim sum, and tea thing that you guys
Oh,
do. Yeah, they don't consider as a meal. Funny thing, they consider as like a tea time, and it's so funny because we're Filipino, and Filipinos love to like fiesta. We eat a whole meal with carbo with rice, and so every time we're having yamcha, the Chinese they're having like little bits and pieces of dim sum and tea. We got the whole table filled with dim sum. We
oh,
got like how many teapots going on. So it's so obvious that like we're not Chinese there. We know the culture, but we're like we don't care. We're gonna have a feast here. Like this is our meal.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. So the people that are walking past, they start counting. They start counting. Yut, ye, sam, say, look, tut, but,
Yo,
gal,
what?
sup. They're judging y'all, right? They're counting
Hold
all.
up. That Cantonese was good.
Oh, well, I appreciate.
That Cantonese was good.
Gia.
What?
I ain't messing around. I'm excited to have you here. Like this
I'm
is the
I'm so
highlight.
happy.
I'm over 200 episodes in. This is the second season, but your boy
Hey,
is pretty
thank
excited
you.
today. I'm pretty
I
excited
am
today.
excited too. Trust
This
me.
is major for me. All right,
Thank you.
I got it. I know. I tried to put this not at the beginning, but
Mm-hmm.
I got to get into it. I got to get to this one thing.
Go ahead.
You either got to talk to me about some Bruce Lee or some Jackie Chan because you lived in Hong Kong and I know they're like gods
Yeah.
there. So, are you team Bruce
Oh.
Lee, team Jackie Chan? Did you go to any exhibits? Like, for those of us who've never been there,
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
talk
Yeah.
us through it.
Funny thing, I think I'm too young. I didn't like remember watching any Bruce Lee stuff.
Okay.
The only guy I remember is Jackie Chan.
Oh,
However,
okay.
though, I love Bruce Lee's concept about martial arts. It's an art, so be like water. I love that because again, um, so okay, martial arts is a sport, and
Yeah.
what differentiates sports and art like dancing or ballet is that sports have rules and arts don't. So to put martial arts in that category of mixing the things that what's practical, what suits you,
Yeah.
applause to Bruce Lee for that, but I haven't watched anything of it. What I
That's
only
all
know
right.
is he does nunchucks so well, so I bought myself one. But I love Jackie Chan's humor, how he worked hard for his language. Like to film movies in English.
Yes.
I know what it's like to adapt a language. Like even here when I came to the Philippines, I had to fix my Tagalog because I'm not getting projects for it. So I relate to Jackie Chan a whole lot in that way, and especially doing comedy. It's hard to not to film or to work not in your first language.
Yes.
So I love them both, but I'm more exposed to Jackie Chan.
That's okay. That's how we would do that. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always heard that Hong Kong is a cultural melting pot, and I thought you kind of
Yeah,
mentioned that. So we
yeah.
talking a diverse population, Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
British, other cultures. But
Mm-hmm.
Gia, I'm 56% Nigerian, so I gotta know, like, how
Oh.
often am I walking down the street and I'm gonna see somebody that looks like me? I mean, how often?
Yo, very seldom, I have to be honest. Very
Dang,
seldom.
where the brothers at?
Actually,
Where
I'm
they
gonna
at?
be it's so sad because you know how I'm exposed to American movies, right? So it's funny because when I see people of, your ethnicity, I'm
Yeah.
more like, whoa, because it's rare. And I mean it in a good way. I feel like
Yeah.
we have to
Yeah.
see more of like your people. I
Yeah.
mean all people, because okay, it's Chinese, and then you'll see like the Filipinos, the Indonesians, the Southeast Asians, and then the white people.
Yeah.
So it is a melting pot, but not yet to that extent. Maybe now I'll go back and see if it is, but
Okay.
I just want to say one thing about your people. You guys are naturally talented. Y'all have a sense of rhythm. I just have to say, like, the
Hey.
rappers and the singers that I admire,
Oh,
I'm like, come on.
hey, we get it in. We get it in. Hey, this
Hey,
we got
hey,
we
hey.
got this joke here in America. If you ain't
Yeah.
doing it right, we'll take your black card. so so you better practice before you come outside. Cause we looking.
Agree.
All right, you good, bro. You
Facts.
good. We was a little worried about you for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's so even for me, I teach Latin dance, salsa, bachata, merengue, cumbia, cha-cha. So
Slay.
I want to come back to another little point. Bruce Lee was a cha-cha champion over in Hong Kong. Is
He
cha-cha still
was?
big in Hong Kong or the Philippines? Have you seen
Mm.
any? None.
Cha-cha, I'm not never encountered cha-cha in Hong Kong, sadly.
Ah,
Also because in Hong Kong we don't really acknowledge much of the art, which is sad. In
okay.
the Philippines, though, I feel like wherever you go, you'll hear this sound. It's called budots. Like, have you heard of the emergency? That one, the sound. Okay, if you, I
No.
don't think no.
I
Okay,
yeah. Oh
so
no, we all gonna Google that.
yeah, you should. But in the Philippines, wherever you go, you'll hear someone doing karaoke or dancing. Like we have this. It's just we are people of like arts. We love music, and we look highly up to the people who do arts here in the Philippines. In Hong Kong, rarely. Like I don't think the TV's even open for on a regular day because everybody's into that business, the finance area, the
Yeah.
science and technology. So yeah, pretty
Wow.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, let's talk about the singing. How did the
Yeah.
singing come about? Was that always a talent, or someone discovered you in the elevator? We got this thing here in America. There are people that'll walk around, look them in the elevator, and they're like me me
Yeah.
me 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 in their headphones, and they're
Oh.
like, you really could do that to yourself, but not like right now. Right now, how
Ooh.
did you
Okay.
how did you get to your singing level?
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. My mom is a singer. She sings, so I think that's where we got the singing talent, the singing blood. My
Yeah,
dad also he's a musician, so basically both combined. I think that really it became innate in me. So my mom never gave me like singing 101 lessons, but I believe exposure does play a big part in making something very prominent in your life. So
yeah,
I started ever since I was 3. I just loved performing. Like I told you, I was exposed to American like High School Musical, Hannah Montana. So I would perform in my own way, and my parents, gave the right attention to that. They would sit and watch like them being tortured for like 1 hour, but I would make up like my own mini concert with my sisters. So that started, and then the Voice came out, like the whole concept of the Voice. I remember it was being new. I was like, what, a competition where people wouldn't judge the looks and just the voice? Like that's amazing. And then it came to the Philippines. And then it so happened I auditioned. I didn't really know exactly what I was auditioning for. My uncle was
yeah.
just like, hey, just try, they might like how you look and you might be a celebrity, you never know. And so I auditioned, and then it so happened to be the Voice Teens. I was 15 that time, and that's when my singing was acknowledged in nationwide. So it's also funny. I just want to go back to my childhood because, like I told you, I was like in a local school, so it was very stressful. The education system in Hong Kong is insane. Just want to add it
Oh,
there. Like sometimes suicide rate goes high when public exams are coming. Yeah, but anyway, so as a kid, when I get home, that was my escape route. It's my guitar, my voice. I want to perfect sound. Like I just want to make sound, music. And so it came to the point where my teacher, I wasn't doing that good in elementary because of the language barrier. So how could I be motivated? I just felt dumb already. So I would turn to music. It came to a point where she told me, "Girl, you gotta stop doing music and read your books." And so
oh,
I believe like what's really meant for me is meant for me. When I turned 15, the opportunity to join the Voice Teens happened. I was able to turn 4 chairs, thank God. I was not expecting that.
yeah.
But that's how it happened, and then I just love performing now. It's just exert a lot of energy and aggressiveness.
How'd you decide on Roses by Chainsmokers? I'm so curious.
Oh, that time it was really trending. I was it was like 2017. Yeah, it was playing all over like um and then when they asked for audition clips, I wanted something that really puts out my voice, how I
Yeah.
sound the best. And so people keep bashing me for saying I'm copying the singer, but it just so happened because I know that song fits my voice. That's why I chose it. And so it was perfect because it was trending, it suited my voice, and then I was able to convey the song in a clean manner. So it went viral, thank God. It was like 7 years ago, but that's how it happened.
You had so that was 2017. That was Voice Teens Philippines season one. Four
Yeah.
chair turner. I mean, she ain't got to say no more, y'all. Y'all learned to
Thank you.
four chair turn. What else is there to do? Mic drop. I'm going home after this.
Thank
Um,
you.
but the next year, you were chosen to be one of 20 outstanding teens
Yes.
in Hong Kong. And you
Hmm.
that so every 2 years they do that award. I thought you just said
Yeah.
like the school system is very hard, everybody's smart. How did you stand out? Like what was the biggest thing that they gravitated to?
Yeah. Totally. So it started. So after The Voice, I was like, I still have my heart for the science. So I came back. I came back, and then this the vice principal told me, hey, you should compete for this. Have go to their interviews for this award because basically in high school I did pretty great. If that makes sense, like I learned from elementary and the toughness, the torture kind of helped me in high school become a good student, and I was passionate about I want to be like a doctor or a biologist at that point. There's a lot in my life, sorry, it's confusing. But so when I did that, I went to the interviews. I had no idea what do you mean outstanding teens. I just went there, gave my best. It was a like it was amazing too because I was having the interview with a bunch of like students with very amazing repertoire. So to compete with them, to know what you're like a famous debater in high school, like what? That's amazing. Like people achieving a lot. And so happened. I just gave my best. I did what had to be done, and then I was selected as one of the outstanding teens. Also, I'm proud because I was the only Filipino to
Oh,
achieve that in that year. So
representing. She got to represent. She got to
hey, represent my
hey
country. Yeah,
hey.
so that's how it happened. I guess because I'm just very laser focused and zealous about the things that I do. I was
Yeah,
able to reach there. Thank God for my support system as well, my family and God. So
yeah.
yeah.
All right. We got the martial arts. We did a little bit of
Yeah.
performance. We heard
Mm-hmm.
about the vlog, the host. Let's talk about some acting.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Is there some things out there we need to? You already had our Google fingers going a little bit earlier. You know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what path
Acting.
of acting could we embark upon, or have we?
Mm. Yeah, I have. I've landed a role, a supporting role in a
Yeah.
movie called The Rookie, and it was a pretty big deal because it's under Cinemalaya. So Cinemalaya basically it's like every year. What is Cinemalaya? Okay, basically every year Cinemalaya has like a bunch of movies coming out, and they support in indie movie makers, so kind of like
Yeah.
independent starting ones. So
Mm-hmm.
I had that. I landed that one in supporting role. It's like about a volleyball team, a love movie, romantic movie thing. And then I've also done some rom-com, which I never expected me to do. Like I mentioned, I come off as cold sometimes, but again, when I'm at work mode, when I have to be like the water flexible fluid
Yes.
Gia, then I could I could nail that sometime. But my goal, hopefully, like one day I could land like a thriller movie or like an action movie role. Like I'd really love to do that too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna see it. I'm a scaredy cat, Gia. I'm not. I don't.
You
What
have
I will find
to.
out is, oh, you did a movie. It's a thriller. Are you alive still? Okay, then I don't need to go see it. You good? You made it, girl. You made it.
I
I'm
love
glad
that.
to hear it.
Yeah,
They didn't
totally.
get you. Sounds like you can run fast. Let's add that to the resume. We got Filipino singer, performer, host, actor, martial art enthusiast, content creator, fast runner.
Fun fact about being a fast runner, though, like I used to compete the track and field in elementary, so that does make sense.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. When is the
Yeah.
book about your life coming out? Because this is interesting.
Yo, to be honest, I really don't know. That's why, like, the more we talk, I feel like we'll never run out of things to say.
No, but I think you should consider it. And just it's your life up until now. And you can do another chapter. Girl, you still alive. Like I said, I find out you,
Facts.
you did the movie. You still alive?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Time for part 2, the next book. Because there's different
Agree.
phases. And I think
Yeah,
sometimes people wait too long. I've had a few authors on the podcast. And what I've gathered from them is that they waited too long. They waited too long into their life to write their book. And
Yeah.
it feels like they had to crunch so much together. But had they done it when they were young like you and vibrant, they could have lengthened it. They could have gone into more layers of it. That's what I gathered by talking to them. So just offering it to you. Just
I'll
offering.
have that in mind, though. Thank you, Donata, for believing in me. That means a
Yeah.
lot, though.
And I'm sure it's gonna catch on. It's gonna be made to a movie. But here's the thing. I need to be in the movie because I want to be the guy in Hong Kong that you're walking, you got your dim sum, but you're on the wrong side of the elevator. I want to be the dude to come by. Girl, get on over there.
Yo, I feel like that would be really cute, though. Like, that idea. Don't dare me. Because when I could produce mine, I'll fly all the way from Texas to the Philippines.
Oh, man. But to your point, you said there's not, you don't run into that many people that look like me over there in Hong Kong, but I'm the one that you will literally run into. And, I'm going to be like,
look,
move out the way.
Look, it's 2024. Diversity, come on. Like, we gotta bring your people, like, hello. Let's expose more of us here, the brown.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. You know what, though? You did say something. Okay, so first of all, it's a long flight. It is a long flight. And I think that may turn some people off. They got to spend a little extra so they can get a sleeping cabin. That's what you got to do. Don't just sit in your chair for 13, 14 hours. Get the sleeping cabin. If it's a 16-hour flight, enjoy it. Here's the second thing. Unfortunately, where we live here in America, we have South America. We got Brazil. We've got we got Colombia. We got South America. We got Central America, and there's some amazing beaches. We got the Caribbean, and so when we want that fun in the sun, it's a shorter flight. And we heard you that y'all got some man-made beaches in Hong Kong. There's a lot of beaches over in the Philippines. Some people don't even know how many islands. I don't even want to sit there and count how many islands y'all got in the Philippines, but there's a lot.
A lot. Yeah. That's right.
It's like 10,000 or something like that, right?
To be honest, I haven't done my research about that, but we
right, because don't nobody want to count them.
Too much clusters. I don't know.
Yeah, we gonna go with it. I'm not counting. If it's 6,000, that's good. I'll take your word for it. All right. So in 2020, after you turned 18, you thought about the career path. You signed a contract with the entertainment and one of the Philippines' biggest talent agencies. You then co-managed a new network.
Yeah.
Net 25. Wait.
Yes.
Wait. You was like 19 and somebody was like, no, we're going to let her co-manage. You threatened somebody with a Muay Thai kick, didn't you, to get that job?
No. Hold on. Let me just get it straight. It's not co-managed. Like, I'm co-managed by them. So,
okay.
Like, I'm under their...
All right.
I wish, though, like, be a precedent of something. That would be cool.
Well, you notice how I thought you might have muscled your way in there So I'll take that accusation back. Sorry about that. Man, I got
No,
you
I take that
painted
as
as
a
a thug.
compliment, though.
You're just a 4'11" thug. I don't know what something's wrong
I
with
think
me.
I am. Maybe I should put that on my bio.
Yeah. Hey, we sprinkling a little bit of everything on that bio today.
Give me more. Give me more. Let's
So
go.
there are a lot of people who are hopefully they're listening to this and they're thinking, man, she just goes for it. How
Yeah.
what would you say? How would you pass that along to some people to give them the confidence to go for it? You could have stopped at your pretty face, and you probably could have just been a little model and chased the model game. But then you got
Little
other
model.
things like
Yeah.
martial arts, and so you're actually getting punched in the face. What would you say to people to go for it, no matter what
Wow.
the varied interests are?
Yeah. For me, I think what really gets me to where I am right now and like the amount of stuff I've achieved is my sense of purpose. I'm very purpose driven. So in everything that I do, you may think, well, she's so random, but no, I'm very intentional with the things that I get to. I mean, even
Oh,
with this podcast itself, I mean, aside from the fact that I've always wanted to chat with someone in the podcast, like that'd be really cool. But uh, be intentional,
yeah,
know what you want and your purpose is. Like for me, I'm a born again Christian, so I do believe that God does have a purpose in our lives.
yeah,
And so be purpose driven. Look for something deeper than just the surface. So, like if you're a content creator, I've even had a stage where I had this. I know who I am in Christ. I know who I am as Gia, but
yeah,
I had this stage where I'm like, what's my identity in social media? Because I got to market myself. I can't just post everything, random stuff on Instagram, or else like you wouldn't find me on Instagram if it wasn't, if I didn't focus on a niche. So
yeah,
I found I dug deeper and I'm like, what is authentic to me, but also would set me apart, would make me unique in the market of the Philippines, yeah. So uh uh also don't be afraid to fail. I think that's one thing that we tend to
yes,
overcalculate things in life. But I realize I am precise, but at the same time, I choose what to be precise in. So, um, like again, in the Philippines, I've learned adaptability. Thank God for this country.
yeah,
That's one thing. So, look beyond the surface of things that happen in life, and it's not just about how you look. As like for me, people could say, oh, you could have just model being 4'11", like yeah, but I don't just want to show looks. I want to use my look to bait people to listen to what I want to say, but not just the beauty as just the beauty, like, oh, Gia's just pretty. No, I want them to see the deeper wisdom, the purpose, and my calling. And I want people to fulfill that as well. I'm such a big I'm a big sucker for really like finding who you are, knowing your anatomy, and I don't just mean the biological anatomy. Like
yeah,
if people always ask like, "Oh, how do you look?" For example, how do you look good? And I'm like, it's color theory. Like I do a lot of self-studying or study in general. I'm very hungry for things. So like if you see me wearing yellow now, it's not just random. It's because I want a good vibe. So I also love how we're blue and yellow. It's kind of giving Philippine flag, but
hey,
like
I
that's so cute.
I was gonna say we match it. Where the flag at? Where the flag at? Oh, it's us.
Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, then that brings me into the one of the final questions that I had here is, so you had
Mm-hmm.
a plan. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for this. So you said,
Of
okay, I want to
course.
go on the podcast. These are the things that I want to talk about. And I appreciate you've been
Mm-hmm.
very patient. You've allowed me to troll. You've allowed me to pick on your knowledge of Hong Kong where you're born and raised, the audacity. But like,
Yeah, I love the
were there
challenge though.
anything?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, uh, I just wanted to know, like, were there any items that you specifically wanted to get into, like any talking points, and that we may not have covered
Mm-hmm.
yet?
Wow. Um, Let me think.
Okay.
I guess I feel like maybe future plans. I notice, I feel like because I fed you with so much of my life, it's like,
Uh-huh.
what am I doing next? But it's up to you though, if you want to
Yeah.
get
What
into
are some of
that.
your future plans? We are very interested in where you see yourself, where you'd like to go from here. What are some of the things you're
Hmm.
still shooting for? What are some of those
Oh,
things, Gia?
yeah. So I want to get into pageantry as a 4 foot
Oh.
11. So basically, in Miss Universe Philippines. Are you familiar with Miss Universe?
Oh, I am. There's some drool marks on a bunch of pictures of Miss Universe. Uh, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
perfect.
I am the fan.
Okay, awesome, perfect. So basically, I don't know. I just get really giddy about this. Again, like what I told you, I don't just want to be known or a display of outer beauty. I want
Yeah,
that. I believe God gave you certain things to really fulfill certain things,
yeah,
specific things. So, like for example, beauty. Again, in the Philippines, pageantry is a big thing. If I'd have to list down the sports of the Philippines, it would be arnis, basketball, boxing, and pageantry. So,
whoa.
yeah, pageantry is a big deal here. And so, as usual, Miss Universe is known for being tall, lean,
Yes.
classic Miss Universe. But I want to be a game changer. I think that's also one way that I could stir up the standards of beauty or make an impact in societies when you create fruitful controversies. So
Yeah.
let's say if I win, it would alarm a lot of the industry, which is a good
Yes.
thing because we need a movement there. And
Yes.
so in the future, let's say a 4 foot 11 wins Miss Universe and represents the Philippines. Anyway, like the average height of Filipinos are like 5'2", 5'1".
Yes.
It's
The
hard to find Filipinas that are really tall,
I don't have many here in
right?
America, and I'm deep. So much. I've gone to a lot of Filipino
Right?
church services. That's how ingrained with Filipinos I am here, and ain't nobody that tall.
Wow. Okay. Right. Probably always underneath your shoulders, but that's exactly the point. But what I really want to highlight is the power, the impact of Filipino women that we have, and it doesn't have to be conveyed through our height. So
Yes.
yeah, that's just one thing I find ridiculous to think about it. Who made the beauty standards? People who
Yes.
don't look like the standards they've made. And I'm not saying that because I think I'm perfect, but I'm saying that all beauties, I think what we put on stage in the Miss Universe should represent the beauty of our ethnicity. So that's one thing that I really am eyeing on. And I'm pretty vocal about it now because again, don't be afraid to fail. I'm looking at it as another step and another challenge, an opportunity to make a change.
What would you do? Let's say for the headshot that you're going to send in for that. Are you going to go hair down? You're going to
So
go
random.
curly? You're going to bring it back? Like, what would you do?
Ooh. I would do a hair down, but I won't really specify what exactly because I believe in, I guess I would stay fierce here but look approachable, like balanced. Because I do notice a lot of men or even women here in the Philippines or all over the world, when your hair is up, usually you're not as approachable.
Oh,
So that's one thing I'm
yeah.
taking note of. Yeah, so I'll keep it
Huh.
down first, especially for
Okay.
swimsuit. Just think about it.
I was curious. I was curious where
Yeah,
you were going to go.
right?
I'm going to give you last couple before we go.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a chance to invite two people to dinner, dead or alive, who are those two people?
Wow. Hold up. That made me. Okay. Two people. So I would say the first one is Ben Shapiro. I don't know if you know this guy.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Oh,
familiar.
Ben Shapiro. Yeah. Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk. Do you know Charlie Kirk?
Oh, I'm so curious. Why exactly? This is though I was not ready for those two names. You got to give us more.
Really? Wait, so you do know them? Yay! First of all, I'm so happy you do know them.
What? But I
Yeah.
mean, you're like an old soul.
I also see myself a part of the Daily Wire someday. But anyway, these two men, are vocal about the truth and their conservative beliefs. So okay, I believe I'm also conservative. We do share the same similar values, especially more on Charlie Kirk's side. I think Ben is really on the right side, but
Yeah.
I think learning from I believe in learning and surrounding yourself with people who are smarter, richer,
Yeah.
wealthier, and more knowledgeable. I love deep talks, talking about things that really matter in life and in society. So I
Yeah.
feel like in terms of learning to convey my values and the truth, or pushing forward a certain movement, I think these two people would contribute a lot in that aspect. So yeah, I just love their analytical thinking. I admire.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, their debate skills impressive. So I
Yeah.
want to learn from them. Yeah,
Oh
so
wait, no, there's
that's
nothing
why.
wrong. You're enhancing your game. I mean, well, see,
Yeah.
that's why I asked that question, because you don't want to pigeonhole someone and think, oh, she's gonna pick a
Mm.
singer, she's gonna go. No, I think
Oh
I like it.
yeah.
Or that
Oh, now
had
I get why you're shocked. Okay.
yeah, no, but that
Because
has
you're
levels
expecting
to
a
it.
singer,
Like you could have gone so many different places. You could have gone with a Muay Thai artist. You could
fighter.
have gone with
Oh
insert
yeah.
most popular Filipino ever. Like you could have, you're
True.
born and raised in Hong Kong. Like there's so many different ways you could have gone. So I really like that. And oh, by the way, Hannah Montana helped you with your English, so you might have picked.
Miley Cyrus. True, true, true.
No, I was hoping. I'm so glad you didn't pick Hannah Montana. All right. I want to finish. I want to finish with this one item before we
Mm-hmm.
go. I'm a big dog here. I got my personal jet. I got 2 or 3 pilots on rotation, and I can go anywhere I want. I'm gonna send this personal jet to you right now, and you can go wherever you want in the world. Don't even worry about the fuel. I got that. When you get to where you're going, don't worry about lodging. I got that. Gia, where would you go with my jet and me covering costs once you get there? Where would you go?
I would go to Italy.
Oh, okay. All
I can
right.
hear you now.
Okay. So why Italy? You don't
Okay.
even speak Italian.
Well, there's always room for learning, but I would go to Italy for just to relax, something outside of the box, something unusual. I know that it's weird because I can't you can't predict anything from me, but I have it in the back of my mind, the view, because I'm very like I dig so deep in everything and everywhere that I'm at, that I feel like I think I've had enough and I could get more. So I want to try something new and something that I've never really felt was tangible. Italy is a beautiful place. The food, I don't know because I'm an Asian foodie, but
Yeah.
we'll see about that. But yeah, Italy, beautiful culture and place.
So let me give you, this is why I'm loving this. We're at the end of our time, but this is why I knew this was going to be awesome. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, that's where I intend to retire at. That's where I'm going to live and
No
retire.
way.
And then you talk
Oh.
about the cuisine. All I know is Italian recipes, and I make my Italian food from scratch, because in America, when I came of age as a man, I thought
Mm-hmm.
that the way to have a woman
Woman's
interested
heart.
in me was to cook, and
Okay.
if I cooked well, Italian dishes well, I'd be doing something that every other guy couldn't do. So yeah, yeah,
Wow. So
and
you're
it's
like a
all
male
from
version
scratch.
of Nara Smith. You know Nara
Y-
Smith?
Yeah,
Making
yeah,
things from scratch?
yes,
Yay, slay.
and no, it is something that I've always been interested in. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
birds of a feather,
Wow.
we flock together.
Yeah, I do feel like I feel the same. The energy is
Yeah,
incredible. Like I
yeah.
enjoy this conversation. I could go 10 hours more, but I totally
No,
enjoy
and
this.
and we did well. This gives me an opportunity to have you back for more later.
I would
But
love to. I would love
I wanna tag. We are gonna tag you. But how can people keep in contact? What are some of the socials that they could follow and get more gear?
Oh, okay. So I'm very in touch and like firsthand with my Instagram account, which is at Gia underscore G double underscore. My Facebook page, which has the most following and most, I feel like, relatable content. So follow that Facebook page, Gia Gonzales. YouTube, TikTok, Gia.Gonzales. That's my account. So check it out. There you'll see more of like the rapping, singing part. I enjoy just random things there. And YouTube, I haven't really gotten too consistent with that, but it's just all caps GIA.
Yeah. Thank you very much. This was amazing.
Thank you so much.
You did not disappoint, and you're leaving us hungry for more because we did. Look,
Yeah.
there's more meat on that bone. We say that here in America, but yeah,
Definitely.
there is more
Yeah.
that we could get to. That's a threat. You're not. You're
Ooh.
still in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Because I hear something at my door right now. I just want to make sure.
Knock, knock,
Like,
knock.
did you threaten me? Are you threatening me?
You never know. Well, maybe one day.
Oh no. No. You don't want to. Texas is really hot, and some of our cities are really crowded. Like Houston is the third largest in the United
What?
States, so
That's
there's a
so
lot of
funny, though, 'cause
traffic.
the hotter the place is, I like it better there. We'll see. I mean, from the
Gosh,
Philippines, you can't tell me it's hot there.
Oh, that's right. I see. I went the wrong way on that. See?
See?
I'm not good at doing this, keeping people out. Hey, Dia, thank you very much. Thanks for talking with Donata.